Chapter 71 Listen to me say thank you. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Arthur saw that the health of the world boss was only 2% and was about to be emptied. At this time, the system announcement sounded again. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianpeng for successfully killing the world boss Hydra King. Special rewards of 50 million basic resources, 100-hour time acceleration card *100, legendary equipment treasure chest *3, random intermediate soldier template treasure chest *1. This announcement is hereby made as a reward. System announcement. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianpeng for being the fourth to successfully kill the world boss. Extra reward. The fourth world announcement sounded, and it was still Tianpeng, Arthur, Mtlnovel, Legenzi, etc. All the Lord players who wanted to compete for the fourth place were about to vomit blood, seeing that the fourth place was about to be obtained, flying again. Tianpeng boss, give me some way to live. You can't take all the extra rewards alone, right? Then, before they had any further ideas, another world announcement sounded. It was still Tianpeng, and the fifth place was gone. Not long after this world announcement ended. System announcement. Congratulations to player Arthur for successfully killing the world boss. System announcement. Congratulations to player Arthur for getting the extra reward. System announcement. Congratulations to player Legenzi. Congratulations to player Mtlnovel. Congratulations to player Arthur. Also completed the killing of the world boss and ranked 6th. In addition to the random intermediate level favor template treasure chest with fixed rewards, the extra reward is only a 5th level random soldier template treasure chest. Arthur was so angry that he trembled all over. Fuck, what do I need this extra reward of 5th level soldiers for? He didn't care about this 5th level random soldier template treasure chest. The fixed reward random intermediate level soldier template treasure chest is the moment to test whether you are the Emperor of Luck. When the treasure chest was opened, Arthur laughed wildly. Oh, by cake, I actually got the 8th level soldier randomly, ha 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 ha, it turns out that I, Arthur, am the son of God. Now the Lord players of various countries have successively completed the killing of the world boss. The ranking list of world boss killing activities is also updated in real time. As expected, Zhu Zhao topped the list. World boss killing ranking list. First place, Tianpeng, Xia country, kills, 5. Second place, Arthur, Yingjiang country, kills, 1. Third place, Legenzi, Xia country, kills, 1. Fourth place, Mtlnovel, Hua country, kills, 1. Except for Zhu Zhao, the number of kills of other Lord players in the ranking list is only 1, and what determines their ranking is the time to kill the world boss. At this time, Zhu Zhao has arrived near the 6th world boss he wants to kill. Before he arrived, Zhu Zhao heard the shouting and killing from the front. It seems that he was beaten by other Lord players, but is this a problem? Obviously not, as long as you are strong enough and tough enough. Can other Lord players snatch the things you like? It's the law of the jungle. The army led by Zhu Zhao quickly flew into the battlefield. However, the current battle situation does not seem to be too optimistic for this Lord player. Millions of soldiers surrounded a boss with 3 heads, black body, and hellfire underfoot. The 3 heads simultaneously sent out different magics to the besieging soldiers. Every magic killed a large number of soldiers. At this time, the health of the world boss was only 30%. At the end of the soldiers, 3 Xia Lord players were commanding the soldiers to attack. The game IDs of these 3 people were named after Lu, Guan, and Zhang, the 3 sworn brothers in Taoyuan. The 3 people are actually very good brothers, and they are all small assets. The world boss in front of them was discovered by the boss. However, the strength of the world boss is too strong, and one person alone is definitely not an opponent, so he called 2 good brothers and decided to join forces to take down this world boss. Brother, in this situation, even if we can defeat the world boss, we will lose all our troops, right? Is it worth it? It's worth it. As long as we can defeat this world boss, we can not only prove our strength, but the most important thing is the random mid-level troops template treasure chest. If the troops opened are of higher level, we will take off. The second brother wanted to persuade the eldest brother again at this time, and just wanted to say something. The third brother's face suddenly changed drastically and interrupted the conversation between the two. Brother, second brother, look at the sky. There are so many flying troops, it seems to be coming towards us. The two were also stunned, and hurriedly looked in the direction pointed by the third brother. Then they saw a scene that they would never forget. A group of majestic black dragons were in front, and there was an angel in a white robe next to them. Following behind were bone dragons and vampires. Although the number was not as many as their own troops, the quality was ridiculously high, all high-level and top-level troops. Whose troops are these? So arrogant. Before the three of them could react, these soldiers were already above the battlefield, attacking the Hellhound King on the ground. Seeing this, the three of them looked at each other in bewilderment. The third brother was the first to react. Fuck, they are here to steal the world boss. But the second brother also came to his senses. Looking at this situation, how can we fight? After saying that, the two looked at the boss at the same time, waiting for him to make a decision. After all, he discovered the world boss and organized the operation. Although the three had expected that someone might come to snatch the world boss, no one expected that the person who came would be so powerful. The boss stared at the soldiers above the battlefield, gritting his teeth. Damn it, he dared to snatch our boss. Kill him. Even if the king of hell comes today, I will pull a few hairs off his beard. The second and third brothers looked at each other and hesitated. Brother, those are black dragons and angels. According to the news in the chat channel, these are most likely the soldiers of Tianpeng. The boss was so angry that he was talking nonsense. What's wrong with Tianpeng? Can Tianpeng rob other people's world bosses? Can Tianpeng do whatever he wants? Is there still a king's law? Is there still law? That above the world boss, Zhu Zhao was leisurely leaning on the back of a black dragon, watching the blood volume of the boss attacked by his own troops continuously decreasing. He was very satisfied. He was determined to kill this three-headed dog of hell. Even if Jesus came, it would be useless, he said. As for the troops of other lords below, it doesn't matter. Can the world boss be killed? But he can't be killed. Whoever kills is killed. Anyway, the final destination of the boss is death. Besides, with the strength of these troops, it is not certain that they can take down this three-headed dog of hell. When the blood volume of the world boss drops to 20%, it will trigger a rage. These troops really can't stand it. In the end, it is very likely that the whole army will be destroyed, but the attack of his own troops is different. Although while attacking the world boss, the attack range may cover a little bit of the troops of these three lords, but my troops have also attracted the attention of the boss. Judging from the current blood loss rate, after the boss dies, there should be a lot of their troops left. Yes, I am helping them. They should say thank you. Listen to me saying thank you, because you warmed the 4 seasons. Applause. Chapter 72, Xia people don't cheat. Xia people. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although the three brothers were very angry at this time, they had no choice. We can't really start a war. These troops of ours will probably, maybe, possibly, kill many black dragons. The three of them discussed it and decided to ask who it was. See if we can discuss it. Several people shouted to the sky at the same time. May I ask who you are? Please show up quickly. Please show up quickly. Show up. Zhu Zhao was originally prepared for the opponent to counterattack, so he just used the three of them to establish his power. However, the shouts from the other three almost knocked Zhu Zhao out of control. Is it different from what you expected? Where did the joke come from? After pondering for a moment, he decided to go see the other party. But don't be careless. Switch the panel to Beiji's ID. Well, Tianpeng, as a boss, would not do this kind of thing of robbing other people's boss. It would all be done by his subordinates. I am completely unaware. That makes sense, right? He rode the black dragon to the sky above the three of them, and did not land from the sky, but stopped on top of the three of them. You three are no match for this world boss. You will see when the blood volume reaches 20%, the boss will still be violent. While there are not many casualties now, it is better to leave quickly. Otherwise, even if the entire army is annihilated, you will still be. I can't take down this boss. The three brothers did not reply immediately, but exchanged looks with each other. It was the boss who spoke first. May I ask if you are the big boss of Canopy? Zhu Zhao shook his head and quickly denied it. I'm not. Mr. Tianpeng is so busy and has to take care of so many things every day. Well, he has so many things to do every day that he doesn't have time to take care of such a small thing personally. I'm just his subordinate. The three brothers looked at each other again. Everyone knows that the Tianpeng boss currently only has one subordinate, his spokesperson Beiji. The second child continued talking. So you are Beiji, the half-brother of Mr. Tianpeng. Why, when I look at him from a distance, I feel that he is so majestic and majestic. I'm disrespectful. Zhu Zhao secretly complained. Did the news that Beiji was the spokesperson of Big Brother Tianpeng spread so quickly? Some people in the Meng family are really leaky. Before Zhu Zhao could finish complaining, the third child spoke again. It is said that Beiji, the spokesperson of the Canopy boss, is a majestic figure, admired by thousands of people, unparalleled, a jade tree facing the wind, humble both inside and outside, talented, noble in temperament, super invincible, consummate, at the top, loved by everyone in the world, a tree see the flowers blooming. I finally met her in person today. It's better to be famous than to meet. Zhu Zhao is a little confused. Do these words really describe yourself? Are you really that good? No, the three of you are too generous. The description is a little exaggerated. The third child raised his eyebrows at the two brothers, as if to say something. See, learn how to say it like this. Come on, Ollie, that the eldest and second child nodded slightly. The second child then outputs. Boss Beiji, we three brothers also understand that you are helping us, but after all, we discovered the boss first. Of course, it does not mean that you robbed our boss, but you just want to pay some hard work. After all, we the three brothers killed so many soldiers and helped you kill a lot of boss's health in advance. Do you think this is true? After speaking, the second child hinted at the eldest brother again, as if to say, eldest brother, it's your turn, start showing off your talents. The boss nodded slightly to show his understanding, as if to say, let's see what happens next. Before Zhu Zhao could speak, the boss sat on the ground and started crying. Boss! Please take pity on us three brothers. We have invested all our real assets in this game and have developed to this day. The boss cannot be killed, and there are so many casualties in the troops. We must not go bankrupt when we go back. The whole family is going to drink the northwest wind. Oh, have mercy on us. That the second and third children looked at the eldest brother who was crying and were speechless. Brother, are you still the unruly you? However, the two of them thought about it and realized that the eldest brother was right. If he left like this without getting any benefits, although he would not be ruined, his vitality would be severely damaged. Suddenly, sadness arose in my heart and evil grew in my guts. It could not be borne. He also began to cry loudly. Brother Beiji. My eldest brother is right. Just have mercy on us three brothers. Boss, what the eldest and second brothers say are true. For the sake of being from the Xia kingdom, please help us three brothers. As long as you help us three brothers, you will let us go eastward in the future. Not going west. If you ask us to hunt down dogs, we will never chase away chickens. Zhu Zhao watched the performance of the three brothers speechlessly. In order to be able to make some compensation, these three brothers really worked hard. But these three people are quite interesting, definitely not because they flatter themselves, and they have nothing to do with them at all. In this case, you might as well form a good relationship, maybe it will be useful in the future, but you still have to tease them first. Okay, stop howling, it's annoying. Since you three brothers are so pitiful, then. The three brothers Lu, Guan, and Zhang all stopped their performance of thunder and no rain. He looked up at Zhu Zhao eagerly above his head, waiting for his next words. Zhu Zhao pretended to ponder for a moment. Then you three brothers will swear an oath that Xia people will not lie to Xia people, and I will believe you. The three of them were a little confused. Boss, this oath of yours is really too poisonous. I dare not make it. The boss said awkwardly and a little embarrassed. Boss, this oath is too childish. How about you change it to another one, like 5 thunders from the sky or something? Zhu Zhao almost stopped laughing while riding on the back of the black dragon. Okay, since you feel that the oath is not poisonous enough, then change it to another one. You swear, if you lie to me, I will be struck by lightning. The 3 of them nodded hurriedly, saying this was a good oath. I, Liu Bei, swear here. Everything I say is true. If I deceive Mr. Beiji, I will be struck by thunder. I, Liu Bei, swear here. Everything I say is true. If I deceive Mr. Beiji, I will be struck by thunder. I, Liu Bei. Is the boss Liu Bei confused? No, you two will follow me, won't you? I just followed what you said, big brother. That's right. Brother, what do you say, should we follow suit? Zhu Zhao looked at these 3 funny guys and became very playful, quietly replaced the black dragon's back with the canopy panel. He quietly fired a 5 thunder blast towards the 3-headed hell dog that was about to lose its health, then the panel was cut back, suddenly there was thunder in the sky, and white dazzling thunder light fell. 5 consecutive thunderbolts all landed on the world boss, the 3 brothers who were still arguing on. The ground were so frightened that they jumped up. Zhu Zhao was very happy to see it. It was the first time he saw someone sitting up and jumping up. It's an eye-opener. Looking at the 3 brothers who were a little frightened, Zhu Zhao stopped teasing them. Some things are enough. Okay, since you 3 brothers discovered the world boss first, and lost some health. And I am indeed suspected of robbing the boss, and I can't let the canopy boss embarrass himself. I think your highest unit is also its only level 5, right? Here is a level 7 troop template, just to compensate you 3 brothers. After saying that, Zhu Zhao threw the unit template from the air. The 3 of them were also overjoyed. He hurriedly caught the troop template floating down from the air. Chapter 73. Something happened, the 3 brothers really went for it. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The 3 brothers caught the falling 7th level troop template and checked the troop types. Search TWKAN on Google. It's actually a level 7 flying troop template. After the 3 people thanked them profusely, they withdrew their troops and hurried back to the territory. The 3 brothers must build this barracks with the 7th level military template as soon as possible. After recruiting level 7 troops, you will also have the opportunity to compete for the world boss. On the way back, the 3rd child asked his 2 brothers with some doubts. Brothers, do you think Boss Beiji was really deceived by us into giving us this level 7 unit? Why does it feel a bit unreal? Will we increase our investment again after we go back? At this time, the boss changed his crying look just now, and his eyes flashed. I will definitely increase investment. Even if I really lose everything this time, I will change the main combat unit to level 7. And only a fool would believe our performance just now. Do you two believe it? The 2nd and 3rd child shook their heads. Look, you two don't believe it. Do you think Mr. Beiji will believe it? Mr. Beiji is a good person and worth making friends with. No matter what he does in the future, he must help. We can't let others look down on us 3 brothers. The 2 nodded again, then suddenly shook their heads. Only then did he realize that the eldest brother was calling them fools. At this time, Zhu Zhao looked at the 3 brothers walking away and smiled. These 3 brothers are very interesting. If you are a man who can bend and stretch, you will definitely be good in the game in the future, but why haven't you heard of the reputation of these 3 brothers in your previous life? And I gave them a level 7 military template, just as a good relationship, and it can be regarded as an investment. Level 7 troops may not be a big deal to Zhu Zhao, but to these small power lord players, they are a treasure. Zhu Zhao half believed what the 3 brothers said. They have indeed invested a lot in the game, otherwise the arms would not be of this size. As for whether it is all assets, that is another matter, and after this world boss event, mid-level arms will become popular among the major forces. The price won't be much higher either. Representatives of the major forces will be pursuing military templates of high level and above. After the 3 brothers withdrew with their troops, the battlefield became quite empty. At this time, the 3-headed dog of hell was being tortured by the black dragon. You read that right, it was a one-sided attack. The black dragon is immune to magic, and the 3-headed hell dog's long-range attack is magic, so, Soon, the first head of the three-headed hellhound was killed, and then the second. It wasn't until the third head was bitten off by the swarming black dragons that the three-headed hell dog corpse fell to the ground. At the same time, the system announcement sounded again. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianpeng for successfully killing the world boss Cerberus three-headed dog. Special reward. System announcement. System. The kill reward has been obtained, so continue moving towards the next coordinate. Time flies and it is already 10 days later. The world bosses refreshed in each continent have basically been wiped out. As for the 50 world bosses that were refreshed in the Xia Kingdom district of the eastern continent, all of them were killed. Of course, the one who gained the most was Zhu Zhao. There are many heroes leading the team, and the troops are divided into multiple ways to find and kill the world boss. The hero leading the team is not the main thing. For things like leading the team, other big forces will have someone do it for them. The main reason is that the exclusive troops trained by Zhu Zhao's heroes are strong enough. Although the quantity is not as large as the arms represented by the big forces, the quality is high enough. Compared with those big power lord players, this is Zhu Zhao's biggest advantage. Zhu Zhao and his heroes killed half of the 50 world bosses in Xia Kingdom, dominating the rankings. During these 10 days, most of the time was spent on the road, and killing the boss did not waste much time. That is to say, Zhu Zhao led all flying units this time, otherwise he might not have been able to kill so many in such a short period of time. Of course, some of them must have been stolen from other lord players. Not all lord players are as aware of current affairs as the three brothers Lu, Guan, and Zhang. For this reason, Zhu Zaibaji's panel received a lot of scolding. Well, what Beiji and Yingxiong did has nothing to do with me, Tianpeng. The world chat channel is full of messages accusing Beiji of bullying and robbing the boss. The person who made these remarks was, of course, the lord player who had been robbed of the world boss. After all, he wasn't strong enough and the boss was robbed, but he couldn't swallow this sigh of relief. Unable to fight again and again, he could only accuse Beiji of his shameless behavior in the world chat channel, hoping to gain sympathy from other players. This is understandable, but Zhu Zhao still has some supporters. The rules of the game are that the weak should eat the strong. The fact that the world boss was robbed only shows that he is not strong enough and cannot blame others. Another group of lord players believe that Tianpeng is so strong, and Beiji, as his representative, should not bully the weak. We are all Xia people and should help each other. Robbery is a shameless act. Among the supporters were the three brothers Lu, Guan, and Zhang. That level 7 troop template is really not for nothing. When something happens to Beiji, the three brothers are really there. The three brothers took themselves as an example and began to present facts and reason to those who criticized Beiji, and the players who accused Beiji were, of course, the lord players whose world bosses were robbed by Beiji. The two sides fought each other in the world chat channel for many days. In the end, the quarrel developed into a competition of strength between the two sides and started to arrange a fight. It has not stopped until now, but has become more and more intense. Zhu Zhao did not make any explanation for this. There is no need. There is no fairness in this world at all. The so-called fairness is based on your strong strength. And the process of a powerful force is always based on the exploitation of others. Now Zhu Zhao can rob other people's world bosses because he is strong enough. In the future, Zhu Zhao may also be robbed of the world boss by others because he is not strong enough. If you don't want to be robbed, then work hard to become stronger. If complaining is useful. Marked, can't be sent, can only be replaced by ellipsis. At this moment, Zhu Zhao also returned to the territory. This world boss event has come to an end, and it will take another 5 days before the second round begins. There are 2 waves of world boss in a month, and the rewards of the ranking list will be calculated only after defeating these 2 waves of world boss. Current world boss killing ranking list. World boss killing ranking list. First place, Tianpeng, Xiagua, kills, 25. Second place, Pu Bucheng, Bangziguo, kills, 15. Third place, Arthur Yingjianguo, kills, 10. Fourth place, Meichuan Naiku, Waguo, kills, 9. Fifth place, Lei Zhenzi, Xiagua, kills, 8. The ranking on the ranking list is a bit surprising. The second place is actually a Korean player. In the previous life, the Korean country was not ranked like this. Butterfly effect. In the previous life, Lei Zhenzi was ranked first. This time, because Zhu Zhao from Xiagua killed too many world boss, Lei Zhenzi only killed 8, otherwise, with the 7th and 8th level arms that Lei Zhenzi bought at the auction, and with the resources of the powerful Xia Kingdom military, the number of world bosses killed would at least double. After all, the population base of Xia Kingdom is large, and the number of refreshed world bosses is the largest. After glancing at the rankings, Zhu Zhao closed the panel. In order to kill more world bosses, Zhu Zhao and his heroes traveled back and forth in Xia Kingdom for 10 days. It's time to take a good rest. As for Zhu Zhao himself, he went offline. I made an appointment with Meng Han to fight for 300 rounds, and I can't break it. Chapter 74. Come here. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The next day, I returned to the game. I came to the Lord's Hall and first upgraded the territory level to level 11, the population capacity limit reached 10 million, preparing for the next period of time. Taiwan Novel Networked, and I had already discussed it with Meng Han last night. The Meng family only asked for the 10th level troop template. After the first round of world boss activities, the mid-level troop of each major force has become popular and the price has fallen. The Meng family had previously purchased a 9th level troop template from Zhu Zhao, and this time they only asked for a 10th level troop template. However, it will take a few days to raise resources, the harvest of these 25 world bosses, except for the basic resources and troop templates. All other items are planned to be sold. Prepare for the next activity explosion. After the blood nurtured during this period, the branches of the ancient elves have been upgraded to level 3, and the coverage area has reached 8,000 by 8,000 meters, but I still haven't found a way to advance. The Bible of the Dead has also been upgraded to level 3, and the space of the dead has increased to 100,000. More dead skeletons can be transformed. The remaining 10,000 dragon skeletons have also been transformed into dead bone dragons. There are still 5 days before the second round of World Boss Refresh. Before the event started, in order to raise enough money for Louise to train the Black Dragon, the Kunlun Mountains have been plundered by myself. Many monsters and resource points have not been refreshed. If you want to develop the territory quickly, the speed of resource acquisition must not be delayed. When Zhu Zhao was considering where to develop in these 5 days, the world loudspeaker sounded. Tianpeng of Xia country, if it weren't for the small number of world bosses refreshed by my country, the first place would definitely be my Park Bucheng. Our country is the world's number 1. Hearing the world's call, Zhu Zhao immediately became interested. What is the situation of Park Bucheng of the country today? Who gave him the courage to challenge himself? As soon as this world call fell, it was like a flood that had been opened. A series of world calls rang out. Fuck, what are you yelling about, you little Korean? How come you are the world's number 1? You Korean country still has our Eagle Sauce garrison. You Korean country is a subordinate country of our Eagle Sauce. We are the world's number 1. Baka, your Korean country has only refreshed 20 world bosses in total. Does Park Bucheng have the strength to kill 15 of them? Don't you know how you did it? Japan is the world's number 1. Yeah, that's right. The little bastard upstairs finally said something human. Isn't it because our Tianpeng boss killed too many people that you want to surpass him, so you used the whole country's strength to help Park Bucheng? The key is that you didn't catch up. Are you so angry? Well, it was said that the Korean country was not ranked like this in the previous life. It seems that there is an inside story. Zhu Zhao continued to listen with interest. Little Japan, you dare to claim to be the world's number 1? You Japan also has troops stationed in my Eagle Sauce country, and you also belong to my Eagle Sauce country. Ashiba, your Eagle Sauce troops are just bodyguards hired by my big country, you are just working for us. Baga, you Eagle Sauce are just bodyguards hired by our big country, we are the employer, and the employer is God. Who gave you the courage to talk to your God like this? Our country is the world's number 1, but we are not as shameless as the Korean country, who used the whole country's strength to help Park Bucheng kill the world boss, and only killed 15 of them. Excuse me, I will just watch you pretending quietly. Tianpeng boss is our eternal God. After listening for a long time, Zhu Zhao finally understood. It turned out that the little Korean country actually used the whole country's strength to help Park Buching in order to get a good ranking on the world boss rankings. This also explains why the ranking of the Korean country is different from that of the previous life. Their strength is too strong, which puts pressure on them, in order to surpass himself. The Korean country came up with such a method. Unexpectedly, he still failed to surpass himself, so he wanted to prove himself through the world, shouting in frustration. Anyway, our Park Buching Appa is the strongest. How dare you call a little Tianpeng the boss? If you dare to come to our Korean country, you must let him know what real strength is. Yes, if you come to our Korean country. Zhu Zhao was no longer sleepy after hearing this. He was thinking about where to get resources quickly, and your Korean country has found a good place. If you don't go, you will be sorry for their warm invitation. It just so happened that I saw from the forum in my previous life that there was a ruins in the territory of the Korean country, and this ruins was discovered by Park Buching. After he discovered this ruins, he spent tens of millions of troops to take it down. And the harvest from the ruins also made his territory develop rapidly, becoming the veritable first lord player in the Korean country. Since they invited me so sincerely, then satisfy them. It just so happens that after the second round of world bosses are refreshed in 5 days, I will help them share some of the burden. Thinking of this, Zhu Zhao also spent 100,000 gold coins to make a world call. Wait for me, not just 2 simple words. As soon as Zhu Zhao said this, the world call became more lively. Was it Tianpeng boss who popped up just now? Yes, let's celebrate together. Tianpeng finally popped up again. Upstairs, shouldn't you focus on the 2 words of Tianpeng? Does Tianpeng mean to go to the Korean country? Tianpeng is so powerful, he should have taught the Korean people a lesson long ago. That at this time, in the East Continent, the Korean country, in Park Buching's territory, Park Buching was furious. Ashiba, are they all pigs? I just shouted at Tianpeng, who said he was coming over. Several female lord players from the Korean country were still unconvinced. Park Buching, Appa, is he just a little Tianpeng? Is there any need to be afraid of him? Yes, Appa Park, with the strength of our big Korean country, are we still afraid of Tianpeng? What can he do if he comes? Hearing the words of these female lords, Park Buching did not dare to get angry at them. These people are the daughters of major financial groups, and he still needs to rely on the help of their family power. Seeing that Pu Buching was angry but dared not to, his men began to help him out. Mr. Pu, it is possible that Tianpeng from Xia country is just talking and may not come. And as long as we prepare in advance, we can make sure that he will not come back. Pu Buching thought about it, and it was right. He would rather lose the battle than the enemy, so he spent another 100,000 gold coins and shouted to the world. Tianpeng, we are waiting for you in the big country. Zhu Zhao was too lazy to pay attention to them and was arranging the affairs of the territory at this time. He called all the heroes in the territory over. I am going on a long journey this time. Louise and Dolores will go with me with your special troops. You guys should go through the Kunlun Mountains again during this time, mainly looking for the skeletons of dragons or other top-level races. Paused for a moment. If I don't make it back in 5 days, after the second round of World Boss begins, Iris, you can make your own arrangements based on the actual situation. In the Xia country area, we must not let go of any World Boss that can be killed. After this round of World Boss ends, there will be a big battle waiting for us. After making the arrangements, Zhu Zhao went straight to Fortress No. 1 in the Kunlun Mountains. Through Fortress No. 1, he was teleported to a fortress occupied by Zhu Zhao that was closest to the border of the Korean country. Chapter 75. You guys are so brave, but you still feel pain. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The game map of the Lord of all people is actually an expansion of the real-world map. The Bangzi Kingdom, like the Xia Kingdom, belongs to the East Continent and borders the Xia Kingdom. Through the teleportation of Fortress No. 1, we soon arrived at the fortress closest to the Xiabang border. This fortress was occupied by Ares when Zhu Zhao swept the interior of the Kunlun Mountains. There are also only 10,000 guardian elves left, and the northeast of this fortress is Zhu Zhao's destination. Bangzi Kingdom, but we still have to cross a sea. it is similar to the Yellow Sea in the real world, it's just more magnificent in the game. Facts have proved that it is really convenient to travel with fortress teleportation. If you don't teleport through the fortress and set off directly from the territory, even at the speed of the Black Dragon, it will take 5 days without sleep, and now it only takes half a day to get here. After resting for a while in this fortress, Zhu Zhao set off again. Crossed the sea, and flew towards the Bengzi Kingdom area. Zhu Zhao stood on Louise's head, feeling the sea breeze in the game. The salty and humid sea breeze hit his face, which was slightly painful. Looking at the endless sea below, Zhu Zhao suddenly became poetic and chanted a poem. Ah, sea, you are all water, 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 water. In fact, the sea in the All Lords is the same as the land, with a lot of monsters, resources, and treasure chests. However, before there were water-based troops, it was difficult for Lord players to go to the sea. There was no use having a boat, because all the monsters, resources, and treasure chests were on the seabed. Even if you kill the monsters that attack you at sea, the dropped loot will sink into the sea. Moreover, there are also many ruins on the seabed. In the last life, the most famous ones were the ruins of Atlantis, the ruins of Noah's Ark, the ruins of the Bermuda Triangle, and so on. These ruins in the ocean are different from those on land. You can call them another way, and call them secret realms. The entrance is hidden on the seabed. The resources, treasures, etc. in the secret realm are much richer than the ruins on land. The first batch of Lord players who entered the secret realm in the previous life made a lot of money. Even when a new entrance to the underwater secret realm is discovered, it will attract many Lord players to compete. That scene, of course, the secret realm under the sea is also much more dangerous than the ruins on land. Crisis, there will be opportunities only when there is danger. Louise passed by the sea, and looking at the vast sea, Zhu Zhao began to have a plan in his mind. It seems that I have to find an opportunity to go to the bottom of the sea. The sea breeze was still a little uncomfortable, so he came down from Louise's head and came to the back position and lay down. Well, it's still comfortable like this, and the sea breeze can't blow. When he was free, Zhu Zhao chatted with Louise and Dolores. Both of them became heroes through military advancement. I don't know if there is any news about the ancient war in the racial inheritance. What exactly caused the Great War in Kunlun Mountains? Which forces participated? What was the result? Although Zhu Zhao was reborn, he only knew a little about the details of the ancient war that took place in Kunlun Mountains in his previous life, and these news were inferred by some arrogant Lord players based on the world background of the Universal Lord, and through chatting with them, I found that there was actually a legacy in this regard. According to their stories, Zhu Zhao summarized it. The so-called ancient times were actually before the public beta of the Universal Lord. There were only 2 races that fought against various races in Kunlun Mountains. One was the undead race of Hell, and the other was the demon race of the Abyss. It was an invasion of the plane of the Dark race. The final result was that the Dark race was defeated and retreated to its own plane. The major ethnic forces in the local area also suffered heavy losses, and some races were even exterminated. After that, it was the public beta of the Universal Lord. As for why players can recruit them as soldiers, they don't know. After the game was released, for unknown reasons, all the major races and forces hid themselves and rested. This is why no major races or forces have been encountered since the game was released. Before he knew it, Zhu Zhao had entered the territory of the country of Korea. The first thing he did after entering the country was to find a place to land and take a rest. While resting, he opened the map to find a place called Ingda Ruins. The ruins were within the Ingda Ruins. Take the ruins first, and wait for the second round of world bosses to refresh. Wait for the little Koreans. After a careful search, Zhu Zhao finally found the location of Ingda Ruins. It was not too far from where he rested. At the speed of the Black Dragon, it would take a few hours to get there. After the soldiers recovered their physical strength, they set off for the Ingda Ruins. A few hours passed quickly, and Zhu Zhao soon arrived at his destination. The first thing that came into view was a huge city in ruins. It was once the habitat of a large local race. When the Dark invaded, after a great battle, this place became a ruin. At this time, Zhu Zhao had entered the ruins. It also attracted the attention of the monsters in the ruins. Louise's voice came from below. Lord, be careful, there are monsters flying over. As soon as the voice fell, a mass of monsters attacked the sky above the huge ruins of the city in front. On a closer look, it was discovered that they were huge vultures. the wingspan was more than a few meters, and the eyes were also blood red, which was different from normal vultures. The speed was very fast, turning into a series of afterimages, and flew towards Zhu Zhao at a high speed. Zhu Zhao was speechless. The monsters in these ruins were different from normal monsters. Normal monsters, seeing top-level races such as black dragons and angels, still knew to be afraid, and some would even run away, and the monsters in these ruins, when they saw someone entering the attack range, no matter what race you were, they would rush up and attack without regard for their lives. That's how brave. But Zhu Zhao didn't care about these. Since you dare to die, then I dare to bury you. Zhu Zhao released 20,000 undead bone dragons from the Bible of the Dead, coming to an undead bone dragon. These undead bone dragons just protected themselves. Louise still needs to lead the black dragon to fight. Prepare for battle, let these monsters feel what despair is. As soon as Zhu Zhao finished speaking, Louise and Dolores came up with their own special troops. Zhu Zhao took this opportunity to open the attribute panel of a vulture. These vultures are actually 8th level flying monsters. To be honest, for other Lord players, these monsters will definitely cause them a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, all Zhu Zhao brought this time are top-level troops, and there are quite a few of them. For these vultures, both quality and quantity are completely crushed. Soon the war broke out. The black dragon kept spewing dragon breath, burning those red-eyed vultures. Those vultures were burned by the withering breath and screamed. Their health points also dropped rapidly at the same speed as their flying speed. Zhu Zhao also smiled at those screaming vultures. You are so brave, but you also know the pain. Soon a lot of white light emerged. The dead vultures turned into experience points, contributing their final value. They contributed to the improvement of Zhu Zhao's military rank. Chapter 76, Challenge of Defending the Ruins. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As a hero of the Black Dragon clan, Louise's warlike character is fully reflected. Every time she fights, she must lead the charge. Compared with the 14th level Black Dragon soldiers, Louise as a hero is much more majestic and domineering. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. After level 30, Louise is more than 100 meters long, and her scales are shining with dazzling black light. Reflecting the glory and dignity of ancient times, she opened her huge mouth, and dozens of meters of dragon breath spewed out of her mouth. A sweep instantly covered dozens of vultures. The vultures' bodies were ignited and burned violently. No matter how they flapped and screamed, they could not extinguish the dragon breath on their bodies. In the end, they could only be burned into charcoal and fell from the sky. The entire Ingda ruins is very large. Zhu Zhao roughly estimated that there are tens of millions of monsters entrenched here. It was just right to level up the troops while looking for the entrance to the ruins. There are more than just vultures in the ruins. There are also many little demons, harpies, evil witches, etc. on the ground. But for the black dragon and the angel, these monsters have no other advantages except their large numbers. After the flying monsters were cleared, the black dragon began to land on the ground floor. Melee, the angel continued to attack in the air. Since it was safe in the air, Zhu Zhao took the undead bone dragon from the high altitude of the ruins to find the entrance to the ruins. Not to mention, after a circle, Zhu Zhao really found some unusual things. In the center of the ruins, there was a building that was very well preserved, and there were several bosses guarding next to this building. Generally speaking, it is impossible to have a well-preserved building in the ruins, not to mention that there are bosses guarding here. It seems that the entrance to the ruins should be here. Since the location has been found, there is no need to stay for too long. Zhu Zhao rode the bone dragon and returned to the main force. Zhu Zhao began to take over the command of the troops and moved towards the intact building in the ruins with a purpose. Soon he came to the vicinity of the boss. With Zhu Zhao's current strength, it is very easy to kill these bosses. After several rounds of concentrated fire from the black dragon and the angel, the boss that was still alive and kicking just now became a corpse lying on the ground. After all the bosses were killed, Zhu Zhao brought Louise and the others to the well-preserved building. From the style of the building, this should be the main hall of the entire giant city ruins, which is very large. Zhu Zhao did not enter immediately, but arranged for the troops to take a short rest. After all, they have been fighting for such a long time, and they don't know what kind of battle is waiting for them in the building. First restore their physical strength to deal with the next battle. After a short rest, send a bone dragon to explore the way ahead. Hearing no movement inside, Zhu Zhao led the troops to follow in. After entering, no other monsters were found. After walking around the hall, they found several legendary treasure chests and gained a lot of resources and time acceleration cards, but they did not find the entrance to the ruins. Zhu Zhao and his men had to split up and check carefully again. Soon Dolores found the clue. "Lord, come here quickly. There seems to be a mechanism here." Zhu Zhao walked over and took a closer look. The mechanism was actually on the throne of this hall. Zhu Zhao just sat here to try it out, considering whether he should also make a seat in the Lord's Hall of the territory in the future. He never thought that the mechanism was actually on the throne. Zhu Zhao gently pressed the mechanism. The next moment, the ground under his feet shook slightly, the floor in front of him slowly separated to both sides, revealing a super huge hole, deep underground. Another hole? Or release a bone dragon to continue exploring. After hearing no movement, Zhu Zhao followed in. There was actually a large-scale portal inside. Zhu Zhao shook his head in disappointment. "I thought the hero altar would appear again in the cave. This portal should be the real entrance to the ruins." White light flickered in the portal. Zhu Zhao led the team across the portal and came to another world. At the same time, the system prompt sounded. System prompt: congratulations to the player for entering the Cyclops underground city ruins. Would you like to become the city guardian? After hearing the system prompt, Zhu Zhao realized that this ruins was actually the habitat of the Cyclops. Click to select yes. System prompt: congratulations to the player for becoming the city guardian. Next, you will be invaded by monsters continuously. Guard your city well. The longer you persist, the richer the reward you will get. Would you like to accept the challenge? After hearing the system prompt, of course I chose to accept the challenge. Since we are here, isn't it just for the reward? Are you here to see the scenery? Very simple rules. Isn't it a game similar to defending the tower? However, Zhu Zhao is still looking forward to the reward after defense. The longer the defense time, the richer the reward. Isn't this the rule prepared for himself? Zhu Zhao has no other advantages, just long time. 3 cups of life water every day are not drunk in vain. After accepting the challenge, the countdown begins. Zhu Zhao also divided the troops into 2 teams, so that they can rest in rotation. Persistence is the most important thing. After being fully prepared, the system countdown ended. The roar of the monster came from the front. Zhu Zhao looked in the direction of the sound, and when he saw the number of monsters, he was a little confused. I was fully prepared, and you gave me 100 monsters. Louise and Dolores were also a little confused when they saw the number and level of the monsters. Lord, why are there only so few monsters? Lord, is that all? I will take a breath of dragon, won't it be over? The system refreshed these monsters. What can Zhu Zhao do? Don't worry, the big one is still behind. Monsters should appear in waves. Don't relax your vigilance because there are few monsters. Take it seriously, and... Before Zhu Zhao finished speaking, Louise flew over the monsters, spit out a breath of dragon, and burned the 100 monsters that just appeared into ashes. Lord, what did you say just now? Zhu Zhao. But soon the second wave of monsters appeared. The number was twice as much as before. Louise still easily dealt with the 200 monsters. Then the third wave, the fourth wave, the fifth wave. The monsters appeared in waves, but the number was not too large and could be easily dealt with. Soon it came to the 30th wave. The number of monsters began to increase, in the continuous roar. A large number of monsters emerged from all directions and rushed towards the city. This time, not only monsters appeared on the ground, but also dense monsters in the air. The level was also upgraded from the original level 1 and level 2 to level 3. The number reached hundreds of thousands. At this time, Louise and Dolores also began to take it seriously and no longer attacked casually like at the beginning. This is just the 30th wave of monsters. At this growth rate, it is unknown how many will appear later. Zhu Zhao also roughly calculated that the level of the monsters in the 30th wave was upgraded to level 3, and the number reached hundreds of thousands. It seems that every 10 waves, the level of the monsters will be upgraded by 1 level. Then after the 90th wave, monsters above the high level began to appear. As for the number. Chapter 77, South Korea. That's not surprising. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this pace, the number of monsters may reach hundreds of millions, or even break 1 billion, if the strength of the monsters in this site will also become stronger over time. How did Park Buching of South Korea take over this site in his previous life? Zhu Zhao does not believe that he has that strength. Then there is only one truth: the strength of the monsters in the site will not increase over time. Zhu Zhao has been in a daze for 5 years in his previous life, and has not reached that level, so he does not know much. Most of it is seen from the forum. In this life, it is also relying on the half-understood news in advance and various opportunities to develop to the present. According to the increase in the level and number of monsters in each wave of attack, I don't know how many waves the physical strength of these soldiers can last. The key is that the system does not prompt how many waves of attacking monsters there will be. Zhu Zhao has no way to calculate, although the level of the soldiers Zhu Zhao brought is high enough to suppress the level of monsters, but the number is limited, only more than 1 million, and who knows how much the number of monsters will increase, and spite elephants to death. If the monsters behind also appear at the top level, then I was careless. In my previous life, Park Buching from South Korea said on the forum that he won the highest reward of this site. Then there are only 2 possibilities. First, Park Buching is bragging. Second, there won't be too many waves of monsters. No matter what, I came here from a long distance, and if I can't pass the level, it will be a shame for my hard work. In this case, don't blame me for cheating. In terms of endurance, Zhu Zhao has never been afraid of anyone. Looking at the pile of corpses in front of him, Zhu Zhao laughed. There were few monsters in front and their levels were low, so he didn't think of using the resurrection of the dead. Since we don't know how many monsters will appear in the back, let's compare who has more people. Zhu Zhao rode a bone dragon to the sky above the battlefield, took out the Bible of the Dead, and activated the special effect of the resurrection of the dead. The black light flowed in the Bible of the Dead, and then the black light escaped from the Bible, scattered in all directions, and fell on the pile of corpses. The next moment, a huge magic circle appeared on the ground. With Zhu Zhao as the center, the monster corpses within a radius of 5,000 meters were all covered in it. In an instant, those monsters that were dead and could not die anymore suddenly regained their ability to move. One by one, they climbed up from the ground again. Zhu Zhao checked the data and resurrected more than 1 million undead. In fact, there were more monsters killed than these. Undead resurrection can only revive monsters that have died within 2 hours, and the coverage range is only 5,000 meters in radius. Monsters outside this range cannot be resurrected. Although the number of resurrections at one time is not large, they can be resurrected continuously in the future. Zhu Zhao gave orders to the undead that had just been resurrected. Attack and kill all enemies. Zhu Zhao's orders were transmitted to the minds of every resurrected undead through the Bible of the Undead. The resurrected undead had a flash of soul fire in their eyes. After that, they took a somewhat stiff step and pounced on the monster that had just been refreshed. The next moment, a war broke out, and the scene was once very chaotic. Are the rookies fighting each other? Since there are free meat shields, the bone dragons and angels began to save their energy and only killed some monsters that broke through the undead defense line and attacked. Zhu Zhao rode the undead bone dragon back and forth over the battlefield. Then he revived the monsters that had just been killed. Soon, the number of undead monsters revived by Zhu Zhao with the Bible of the Dead reached 2 million, and this number is still increasing. Although the revived undead monsters are only 80% of the strength of the original body, but the number of revived undead is increasing. And those monsters that have just been refreshed have become unlucky. As soon as they are refreshed, they have not felt the world properly. They are surrounded by a large group of undead monsters, then they are brutally beaten. Finally, they are killed and revived by Zhu Zhao with the Bible of the Dead. Join the ranks of the beating. So it goes. As soon as waves of monsters appeared, they were killed, then they were revived. Although the monsters revived by the undead can only survive for 2 hours, but they can't stand the constant resurrection. As time goes by, the number of waves of monsters gradually increases, from hundreds of thousands to millions, to tens of millions. The level is also increased every 10 waves, but it doesn't have much impact on Zhu Zhao. Even at this moment, the black dragon and the angel are almost watching the show, only occasionally moving their hands. Only Zhu Zhao is the busiest, riding a bone dragon, flying all over the battlefield, revived more killed monsters into undead, and constantly increased the size of his undead army. Now the monsters have reached the 60th wave, and the undead monsters revived by Zhu Zhao with the Bible of the Undead have exceeded 100 million, what a concept. Zhu Zhao has never had so many arms in his 2 lives, although these levels are not high, they only exist for 2 hours, and they are only 80% of the strength of the original body, but it's so cool to watch. Those newly refreshed monsters basically don't even have a chance to fight back before being surrounded by the army. Then he was brutally killed, and then the next wave began. It must be said that the special effect of the Bible of the Dead, the resurrection of the dead, is a bug in this challenge. As the number of monster waves increased, Zhu Zhao felt more and more that Park Buching was absolutely lying. Starting from the 70th wave, the number of monsters in each wave was more than tens of millions, and the level had reached level 7. At this pace, Park Buching would definitely not be able to resist. It was normal to think that the opponent was from South Korea. As the number of waves increased, more and more monsters appeared. Even if Zhu Zhao used the Bible of the Dead to revive more monsters, the resurrected monsters were only 80% of the original body's strength after all. As the level of the monsters increased, the difference in strength of this 20% would become larger and larger. And the difficulty and time of killing became longer and longer. The battle lasted for 2 days, during which Zhu Zhao and Dolores took turns using the Bible of the Dead to revive the monster corpses. There was no way, Zhu Zhao couldn't hold on alone, he was too tired. As for why Louise was not used. It's not level 40 yet, so you can't switch to human form and use equipment. At this time, the system prompt sounded. System prompt, congratulations to the player for holding on to 99 waves. The 100th wave is the last wave. If you hold on successfully, you will get rich rewards. Warm reminder, the number of monsters in the 100th wave is 500 million. Please be prepared. After hearing the system prompt, Zhu Zhao's numb expression instantly became excited. It's finally over, otherwise he won't be able to catch up with the second round of world boss activities. Zhu Zhao confirmed again that Pu Buching was definitely bragging, because the level of the monsters in the 100th wave has reached level 10, and the number has reached 500 million. It is not something Pu Buching can resist. Zhu Zhao even doubted that he could only hold on to 70 or 80 waves at most. As for whether Zhu Zhao could hold off the 100th wave, if he only relied on the more than 1 million top-level troops brought by Zhu Zhao, he probably couldn't hold on. It is estimated that from the 80th wave onwards, he would be exhausted. As for now. Chapter 78 Big Explosion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Relying on the special effects of the Bible of the Dead, Zhu Zhao has already revived more than 500 million monsters. This is because Zhu Zhao and Dolores have been revived non-stop. There is no other way. The revived undead only exist for 2 hours. As the number of monsters increases, the undead monsters must be revived all the time to resist the monsters' attacks. I haven't had a good rest in the past 2 days, just to be able to hold on to the end and get the highest reward. Now, it's finally the last moment. Soon, 500 million invading monsters began to appear from all directions of the dungeon, attacked the city guarded by Zhu Zhao. Soon they fought with the undead revived by Zhu Zhao, but it is obviously impossible to resist the monsters' attacks with the revived undead at present. The monsters before the 100th wave, the revived monster corpses, are only at the 9th level at most, and they only have 80% of the combat power of the original body. The level of the invading monsters in the 100th wave has reached the 10th level. Black dragons, angels, and undead bone dragons have also joined the battlefield. It's the last wave, there's no need to save energy. Zhu Zhao continued to revive the undead to join the battle. In this way, the battle situation gradually became clear. The invading monsters and the revived undead grew and ate each other. The numbers of both sides were decreasing rapidly. Zhu Zhao still had more than 1 million top-level troops to help fight. Zhu Zhao rode a skull dragon and kept repeating one thing: find corpses, revive, find corpses again, revive again, and so on. Time passed by minute. Zhu Zhao was so numb that he didn't know how much time had passed, but he devoted himself to his great cause of revival. Finally, the last batch of invading monsters were destroyed by the revived undead. The battle was over. At this time, only the troops led by Zhu Zhao and tens of millions of revived undead monsters were left in the entire site, and as time went by, these revived monsters continued to decrease and die. Zhu Zhao was so tired that he didn't want to talk anymore. At this moment, he was lying on an open space, breathing heavily. after drinking a few cups of water of life, he felt better. Zhu Zhao regretted drinking 3 cups of water of life every day. After drinking too much of this stuff, he began to develop resistance. Originally, after each drink, his spirit and physical strength could be restored immediately, but now, after drinking it, the effect is only about 10% of the original. At this time, Louise and Dolores also flew over. "Lord, are you okay? Is the guarding mission completed this time?" Zhu Zhao nodded. "Well, it's okay, the mission is completed." As soon as the voice fell, the entire ruined space began to become bright, the dark and depressing feeling when the monster invaded instantly subsided, and the light of hope rose again. At the same time, the system prompt sound finally sounded. System prompt: congratulations to the player for completing the guarding mission perfectly and obtaining the highest reward for the mission. Please wait while the reward is being calculated. Zhu Zhao also showed a happy face after hearing the system prompt sound. "I came here across the ocean and fought hard for more than 3 days, isn't it just for this moment? I was waiting for the system settlement reward with some excitement, but before that, I couldn't waste time, arrange the revived undead to clean up the battlefield and make use of the waste. As for the soldiers I brought, of course I should take a rest and recover my physical strength and spirit. After all, these soldiers are the ones I love. Revived undead, you are noble, you are amazing." Soon the system settlement reward came. System prompt: congratulations to the player for completing the defense task perfectly, and get 10 billion basic resources each, 100-hour acceleration card *1000, territory return token *100, SSS-level special hero Cyclops, recruitment treasure box, unique special prop space tower. Zhu Zhao was stunned. It was a big explosion. "It's worth it, everything is worth it." His guess was completely correct. Park Buchung from the Korean country in his previous life must have been bragging. I don't know how many other rewards he got, but he definitely didn't get the SSS-class hero Cyclops. According to the character of the Koreans, if they really get an SSS-class hero, they will never hide it. I haven't heard of it in the past 5 years, which means I definitely didn't get this reward. Among these rewards, Zhu Zhao values the SSS special hero Cyclops and the unique item the most. No one would dislike too many SSS-class heroes, and it has the word special, so it must be extraordinary. As for the unique item, just look at the Bible of the Dead that Zhu Zhao got before. This represents the most precious item in the Universal Lord, and there is only one. Zhu Zhao's breathing became heavier, but there is also a new thing, territory return token. After using it, a teleportation array leading to your own territory will be opened. Not bad, it will be much more convenient to return to the territory in the future. Check the unique item space tower, level, unique item, special effect, infinite space, including infinite soldier space, special effect, accelerated physical strength recovery. In the soldier space, the soldier physical strength recovery increases by 100%, special effect. Accelerated mental recovery. In the space of the troop, the mental power recovery of the troop is increased by 100%. Every time he sees a special effect, Zhu Zhao's face becomes more joyful. When he has seen all 3 special effects, Zhu Zhao is ecstatic. The special effect of this unique item is simple and practical. Zhu Zhao was worried that the troop space in the Ring of the Flame Demon Lord could not keep up with the development of the territory. The system rewarded him with a space tower, unlimited troop space, and physical and mental double buff recovery and amplification. In the future, when I go out, I don't have to bring only flying troops to increase the marching speed. He took out the SSS-level hero treasure box rewarded by the system and chose to use it. As the treasure box slowly opened, a hexagram array appeared on the ground and slowly rotated. As the hexagram array rotated, a huge figure appeared, the array disappeared, and Zhu Zhao looked at it. This hero was tens of meters tall and huge, but there were no other facial features on his head, only a huge vertical eye. The vertical eyes were tightly closed, like 2 closed doors. The giant took a step forward, a full dozen feet away, and came to Zhu Zhao in a few steps, kneeling on one knee. Polyphemus of the Giant Clan, meet the Lord, thank you for giving hope to the Giant Clan. The voice was like a bell. Zhu Zhao rubbed his ears. Why shout so loudly? He was not deaf. Click to check the attributes of the hero. Polyphemus, special hero, race, Cyclops, advanced, template, SSS level, talent, giant blessing, when the HP of the self and the soldiers is less than 50%, the giant blessing is obtained. The damage received is reduced by 50%, and the HP recovery is accelerated by 100%. Exclusive soldiers can train exclusive soldiers 13th level Cyclops, Advanced, Profession, Son of the Giant, Level, 1. HP, 20,000. Defense, 1,000. DPS, 1,000. Speed, 15. Skills, Boulder Throwing, concentrate the earth element boulder to throw, causing 300% damage to the enemy and the wall. Giant Gaze, concentrate the light in the giant eye and shoot it towards the enemy, causing damage and stunning the enemy. Level 10 to be unlocked. Damn, it is worthy of being a special hero. It actually comes with exclusive soldiers. Not only can the race be advanced, but the exclusive soldiers can also be advanced. This trip has gained a lot, thanks to the Korean country. Thank you for your sincere invitation. In return, I will help you in the second round of World Boss, hehe. Chapter 79. No need to be sneaky. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at the tall Polyphemus who was kneeling on one knee to salute, Zhu Zhao could only support him. Get up, can you become smaller? Also, I really want to know the story of your race, can you tell me? Polyphemus nodded, and his figure of dozens of meters tall began to shrink gradually, and finally became a giant of more than 3 meters tall, and began to tell the story of the giants. During the ancient war, the giants were unlucky. There happened to be an entrance to the dark plane teleportation array opened in the habitat of the giants. The incident happened suddenly, and the giants, who were not prepared at all, were directly stunned. The giants alone could not resist the invasion of the dark plane, they could only defend the last city and wait for support from other races, but before the support came, another entrance to the dark plane opened behind the giant city, facing the endless attack of monsters from the dark plane. They finally did not hold on until the arrival of reinforcements. The leader of the giant clan, who saw no hope, selected a member with the most potential in order to preserve the last hope of the giant clan in this plane, and sent him out with the hope of the whole clan. The person who was chosen was of course Polyphemus, but she didn't know why she was sealed and was recruited by Zhu Zhao. Well, Zhu Zhao felt deeply sympathetic. The giant clan was indeed unlucky. The entrances to 2 dark planes opened in the habitat. A 3-second silence for the giant clan. I asked Polyphemus about the conditions for training exclusive soldiers and advancement. From her, I learned that the conditions for training exclusive soldiers were the same as Louise and others. As for the conditions for advancement, it is necessary to fuse the treasure of the giant clan. But she didn't know where the treasure is now. After fusing the giant treasure, it can actually be advanced to the Titan Giant, and the exclusive soldiers that can be trained will also become the 14th level soldiers. The Titan Giant, and the 14th level Titan Giant is the real hope of the giant clan. First, let Polyphemus train 1000 units of Cyclops, upgradable, level 13, shooter type ranged soldiers, level 1. Race, giant. HP, 21,000. Defense, 700. DPS, 850. Speed, 13. Skills, Boulder Throwing, Giant Gaze, Food Consumption, 13. Damage and defense are good, but the key is the shooter-type soldiers. The skill has a damage increase on the city wall, which will make it easier to attack the city in the future. The battlefield was also cleaned up at this time. Zhu Zhao was too tired these days and did not plan to go back. He would rest here today. Putting all the soldiers into the space tower can quickly restore their spirit and physical strength and get a better rest. Zhu Zhao yawned, found a comfortable place with several heroes, and began to rest. The 1000 newly trained Cyclops were not put away, but surrounded everyone to form a protective circle. Although it is certain that there is no danger, the necessary protection is still necessary. After arranging these, Zhu Zhao fell asleep peacefully. I don't know how long it took before Zhu Zhao woke up slowly. Before he opened his eyes, he felt something pressing on his body. Zhu Zhao subconsciously touched it with his hand. It felt good, smooth and delicate, but the feeling was a little familiar. When he opened his eyes, he saw that it was Dolores's arm and thigh on his body. No wonder it felt so familiar. Dolores slept on her side, with an arm and thigh pressing on her body. The place where it was pressed was a little numb. Moved his arm away, and just when he put his hand on his thigh and wanted to move it away, Dolores woke up. Lord, don't be sneaky. Isn't this leg straight and white? You can touch it any time if you want. Zhu Zhao was speechless. What do you mean by sneaky? I just want to move your long legs that are pressing on me away. Your lord is handsome, majestic, and righteous. How can he be compared with the sneaky LSP? Zhu Zhao did not explain, and moved his legs after a while. The second round of World Boss began to refresh today. I don't know how long I slept, and whether the World Boss has refreshed. I opened the map and looked at it. Sure enough, the second round has begun. I just don't know how long it has been refreshed. I opened the World Chat channel again and peeked at the screen. The news in the World channel is all about the World Boss. I took a rough look and found that the World Boss had just refreshed for an hour. If I rush back to the Xia Kingdom area to fight the World Boss now, the cost effectiveness is not too high. What's more, there are still a few heroes leading the team in the territory. Then I won't go back, leaving a few more for the Lord of Xia Kingdom, and I was warmly invited by the Lord of Bangzi country. In this case, now that I have rested and am full of energy, it's time to leave this ruins, put all the Cyclops into the space tower, and release 2 black dragons for Dolores and Polyphemus to ride. Zhu Zhao was very satisfied looking at the 2 energetic black dragons. The space tower is really useful. It's time to leave, we should go out. After saying that, Zhu Zhao rode Louise and flew towards the portal first. After passing through the portal, I returned to the ruins of Ingda. I opened the map and checked the coordinates of the World Boss. As soon as I opened it, I found that the small green dot and the small red dot representing Zhu Zhao's position were about to overlap. The small red dot represents the position of the World Boss. Zhu Zhao roughly calculated the distance and found that it was only a few kilometers away. The most important thing is that there are several other world bosses near his small green dot. After calculating the distance, the farthest one is less than 200 kilometers. I was so lucky. I didn't expect that the world bosses in the Korean country would refresh so frequently. No, it should be because the area of the Korean country is small. I'm used to the distance of thousands or tens of thousands of kilometers in the Xia country area, but suddenly it changed to dozens or hundreds of kilometers. I'm really not used to it. Zhu Zhao laughed. In that case, I won't be polite. After saying that, he went to the nearest world boss. Zhu Zhao had just flown out of the ruins on Louise when he spotted a huge figure circling aimlessly. He released all the troops and attacked the world boss directly. Before in the Xia Kingdom, Zhu Zhao had not led so many troops to encircle the world boss. At that time, the Black Dragon and the Angel were divided into 3, and Zhu Zhao, Louise, and Dolores acted separately. At that time, Zhu Zhao only brought less than 1/3 of the troops to kill the world boss, and it didn't take long. What's more, now there are only the most basic tactical arrangements, and the rest is a random killing. Soon, the blood volume of the world boss closest to Zhu Zhao was emptied and turned into a corpse. At the same time, the world system announcement sounded. Congratulations to the Lord player Tianpeng for killing the world boss. Get a reward. 3 consecutive world announcements sounded. Zhu Zhao asked the troops to collect the blood of the boss, and the saplings were still waiting for blood irrigation. After collecting the spoils and storing the troops in the space tower, Zhu Zhao continued to move towards the next world boss. Chapter 80. Didn't you say Tianpeng didn't dare to come? You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the same time, a large army was rushing towards this place dozens of kilometers away from the Ingda ruins. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. The leader was a lord with fair skin, handsome face, well-defined facial features, high nose bridge, red lips and white teeth. His originally handsome appearance was ruined by his sexy clothes, which made him look feminine. He rode a flying horse and flew in front. This is the lord of the Korean country, Park Buchung. Catch up quickly, the world boss is in front, try to take it down quickly, and then go straight to the next one. As soon as Park Buchung finished speaking, the world announcement that the world boss was killed sounded. Park Buchung had not reacted at this time, but kept urging the troops to move forward quickly. However, a female Korean lord next to him noticed something was wrong. Park Oppa, wait a minute, something seems to be wrong. Park Buchung stopped his flying horse with some dissatisfaction and turned to look at the female lord. When he saw that it was the daughter of a certain consortium, his unfriendly face became very kind again. Is there something going on? The female lord's face was a little bitter. Park Oppa, the announcement of the killing of the world boss just now was the world boss that was refreshed in the ruins. As soon as these words came out, Park Buchung's face changed drastically. How is it possible? Didn't the major consortiums discuss it? Didn't I kill the world boss in the Korean territory? How could anyone dare to snatch the world boss? After saying that, Park Buchung quickly opened the map to check. As expected, the little red dot representing the world boss that was refreshed in the ruins has disappeared. This means that the world boss has been killed. Several people hurriedly checked the world announcement information. However, the result made them dumbfounded. Park Oppa, it seems that Tianpeng killed the world boss. Yes, it was him who was announced by the system just now. As soon as the announcement was made, the little red dot representing the world boss disappeared. Park Buchung thought more and more that something was wrong, and slapped one of his subordinates in the face. Ah, how could it be Tianpeng? Didn't you say he didn't dare to come? The subordinate who was slapped also lowered his head and dared not speak, but cursed in his heart. Ah, didn't I try to comfort you at that time? Tianpeng has been silent for the past few days. Who knew he would show up at this time? And I just said it was possible, not that he would definitely not come. It's not that I provoked Tianpeng to come. Ah. The remaining Korean lords also looked at each other, opened the map again and confirmed repeatedly. Indeed, the little red dot representing the world boss disappeared, not moved. Checked the world announcement again. Yes, it must have been killed by Tianpeng. Park Buchung was very confused at the moment. I just provoked you a little bit, but you actually did it for real. You have no martial ethics. At this time, it was the female player who asked. Park Oppa, what should we do now? Park Buchung came back to his senses and swallowed his saliva. Quick, look at the map. Which world boss is closest to us? We must kill it before Tianpeng. The other lords of the Korean country naturally did not dare to delay, find the target on the map, and hurriedly lead the troops to march towards the nearest world boss. Riding on Pegasus, Park Buchung became more and more unwilling to give up, so he sent a message in the regional chat channel of the Korean country. All Korean lords, please note that Tianpeng has entered our Korean territory and just robbed a world boss of our Korean country. Our Korean lord players must unite as one. If anyone finds Tianpeng, report the coordinates immediately. After the message was sent, the entire Korean regional chat channel was detonated in an instant. Oh my god, I checked the world announcement, it's really Tianpeng. Who can tell me what's going on? Where was he killed? The newbie above, can't you check the world announcement? The location is at the ruins. Oh my god, Tianpeng actually dared to come. Everyone unites as one, and we must not let Tianpeng go. Yes, we must keep Tianpeng in our Korean country, let him know that our Korean country is the best in the universe. All Korean lord players, please pay attention, report in time after finding Tianpeng's coordinates, and make sure he never comes back. Pu Buchung looked at the Korean regional chat channel with satisfaction. As soon as his message was sent, all these Korean lords were indignant. He couldn't help but snorted coldly. Humph, Tianpeng, since you really came to our Korean country, then don't think about going back intact. On the other side, Zhu Zhao was already riding Louise on the way to the next world boss. Obviously, they didn't know that they didn't appreciate their kindness in helping the Koreans to kill the world boss. With Louise's speed, she quickly arrived in front of the second world boss. She sent out the troops and then surrounded and beat up the world boss. Soon, the world announcement that the second world boss was killed sounded. System announcement, congratulations to player Tianpeng, for killing the world boss. Reward. 3 times in a row, the boss was dead, and after collecting the spoils, Zhu Zhao collected all the troops. Riding on Louise, he waved his hand. Help them to the end, continue. Hurry up and kill the third one, and try to share all the world bosses in the country of Korea. Louise turned around obediently and flew towards the direction of the third world boss, and the sound of this world announcement made all the lord players in the country of Korea explode again. And Park Buchung, who was rushing towards this side, opened the map and was so angry that he almost fell off his Pegasus. The little red dot of the world boss representing his target this time disappeared again. Ashiba, how come he was killed by Tianpeng again, this bastard, how many world bosses will he have to rob before he is satisfied? Park Buchung, who had been robbed of 2 world bosses in a row, was already furious at this time. He quickly opened the Korean regional chat channel and sent another message. Ashiba, Tianpeng once again killed the world boss that belongs to our country. This is a robbery. We must join hands to resist this behavior and eliminate Tianpeng. As soon as Park Buchung sent the message, there were many replies below. Park Oppa is right. The world boss that refreshes in our country belongs to our country. Tianpeng's behavior is robbery. We must unite to resist this behavior. That's right, Tianpeng's behavior is completely challenging the prestige of our country. We must unite and drive Tianpeng out. It's not okay to drive him out. We must unite to eliminate Tianpeng and let him know that my country is not something that anyone can provoke. Tianpeng is near Gyeongsangbuk-do. Please pay attention to the lord players near the place. At this time, the lords of the Korean country were no longer satisfied with the regional chat channel. Hundreds of thousands of Korean lord players poured into the world chat channel and began to accuse Tianpeng of this robbery.